The Disneyland Railroad. Your attention, please. The Disneyland Limited now loading for a trip around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom through the Grand Canyon and Triangle World. Stop at Frontierland.
Couple of things to be aware of for tonight. We have the Paint the Night Parade, which is back. That'll be at 8:45 and again at 10:45. And we have our Wondrous Journeys Fireworks Spectacular at 9:30 wind and weather permitting. Alright, looks like we're about done. We'll be on our way in just a moment.
Welcome aboard, friends. At this time, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all times. Please supervise your little ones and from that metal train opening. Our next stop is Tomorrowland.
Hello everyone! Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain.
For your safety, remain fully seated, keeping our hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all times. Please make sure all little bench or fully seated on your lap. Next stop is Tomorrowland Station.
Hello everyone! Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain. Forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the...
Little one student to be properly seated, please. Thank you.
Soaring spaceships, or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
We are now arriving at Tomorrowland Station. For your safety, remain fully seated. Please do not try to stand or exit the train until the train has successfully pulled and complete stop at the station. This is Tomorrowland Station, your closest stop for anywhere in Tomorrowland, and second closest stop to the Main Street area. Once again, remain properly seated until the train has fully stopped at the station.
their bottom at all times, including your children and babies. Please keep your hands, arms, feet, legs, head, and loose objects inside of the train. And parents, please supervise your children. Please keep them seated and keep them away from the train's outside step edges. Our next stop ahead will be Tomorrowland Station. As a reminder, this train is preparing to get removed for the evening. Departing here at Toontown, we have one more stop at Tomorrowland, one more stop at Main Street, one more stop at New Orleans Square, and one more stop at Toontown before this train gets removed for the evening.
Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain.
Almost there.
So Fantastic Beasts are where to find them. Their third movie took place in France, where there's a fourth one. So since they're not going to go in Hogwarts or Hogsmeade again,
We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imaginative. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way.
There's the great big beautiful Tomorrowland Station just a dream away. As we pull into our station, please stay seated until the train is no longer rolling and has come to a full stop tucked inside of the train station. This is your closest stop to both layer after Rockland, Autopia, Finding Nemo's submarine voyage, and touristy adventures continue. Space Mountain and the Disneyland monorail, which serves the downtown Disney district. Let's just stay seated until we stop. Now watch your step.
Just join us. Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. At this time, we ask that everyone please remain fully seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs, and any personal items you have with you, and at the funeral time. If you have any small children with you to talk, please fully seated as well. Either a member of a parent or guardian remains in the wheel for funeral opening. And once again, friends, our final destination of the night will be Toontown Depot. When this train arrives in Toontown Depot and makes a rolling stop, we'll be asking everyone to kindly disembark and put away the train for the night.
And please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños.
We're now entering the Bayou, home to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Take a sneak peek at the big party Princess Tiana is throwing, where the welcome is warm, the music is bee's knees. Here in Bayou country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Louis the Alligator, and other beloved critters on their fun-filled adventures. As we steam past Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, we're now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see.
Hi! We're about to, it's 30 minutes. We're on the train and we're about to get off on Toontown.
There is the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the Great River Valley below.
Yeah, bye. We're getting on the train now. Okay. Oh, they're gonna be like traffic. Yeah, by the time, yeah.
People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams, and the stories that went with them, were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness.
It was like right here. It was like right here. Yeah. The restaurant, it was like right here somewhere. I remember I went there with Martha and her little sister during the Halloween event. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't talked to her in high school, but I want to reconnect, but I feel like it's awkward. Wouldn't it be awkward? Yeah, it's awkward. I mean, it's random, but it's not awkward. She's so cool. I'm just really wants to connect. But no, I'm just thinking about you. I mean, Steph did that to me. I haven't talked to her in like 6 years. Yeah. Well, I talked to her from college because obviously after COVID and stuff like that. Yeah, but like I graduated like right before COVID. And so like I lost touch with everyone. And also like my friends in college, they don't live that far from me.
This tunnel signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of pier, the one you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, a cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, and
Alright, friends, now we approach Toontown Depot. Please remain fully seated until the train comes to a full end. This is the entrance. This train will not be going any further. This is our last stop for the night. Heading in anywhere else on the Disneyland Railroad exit. Feel free to wait for the next train stop behind us after we depart. For third and third buses on USD, please kindly depart the train once it comes to a full end stop. We shall do it together all of your belongings. Thank you.
Merci. Por favor, permanezca sentado hasta
be a full train here at Toontown Depot. Thank you.
and we wanted to show it to be a very happy one. Happy.